Not familiar with the Kokoro matchup at all. At a glance, I think her moveset sort of looks like Leifang's.
So nice to meet you. Okay, let's fight. Get ready, fight.
And let's turn on.
Get ready, fight!
Watching it live and trying to make sense of all the move details isn't very helpful, but it's going to be really good for the immediate replay.
Get ready, fight!
See that combo throw of Leifang's? I feel like people break it all the time. That low kick I think is the same for Leifang. Yeah, so I think part of the reason why I was willing to do so many sets with this guy was, I mean, they're a rank player. They know their character better than me. But I didn't feel like I was so outclassed. I thought I was playing fairly smart. Not smart enough, but that round, could have taken that round, I think. Could have lasted a bit longer. Dude, you know, for the past couple years, trying to play so many fighters, I think I've just like rededicated myself to the 3D fighters. So for me, Soul Calibur's still at top, and then not even underneath, but like just slightly below the edge, I think is Dead or Alive. So I know for you, you've been going back into Grand Blue Fantasy Versus, which is awesome. I think I'll be doing less of jumping back and forth between games for this year, but we'll see. Like, I know everybody's hyped up for Street Fighter 6, and I'll get that one eventually, but I think I'll probably get Tekken 8 closer to its release date and hold off on Street Fighter. Just because Street Fighter's link system, man, it's so painful. And, I mean, with so many fighting game stuff, it's just a matter of practicing, right? But I think I'd rather practice juggles in Dead or Alive than get good at linking frames in Street Fighter. I know that you've been hopping in Nitro Plus Blasters a lot though, and that's a fun game. It's just every time I get a ping on that Discord, I'm not available. So because I'm not super versed with Grand Blue Fantasy Versus, but I want to say that it's not super high octane. I know like a lot of the 2D fighters, man, like any Arc System Works game, that's stressful time. So I know like for a long time for me, Soul Calibur, it's been a pretty good game that even if I'm getting my butt kicked, I'm enjoying myself. Dead or Alive, depending on the day, depending on the character I'm using, depending on the matchup, I kind of feel the same. Sam Show, so that's one. They still haven't kicked in rollback yet, right? That is one where I'm wondering I might go back and pick that one up. I was really excited to pick it up when it was on PS4. I think it did such a good job of reaffirming fundamentals to me and like teaching me how to play lame. Like that's the biggest credit I give the Sam Show. Like prior to trying out that series, I never tried to go for timeouts. And not that I go for timeouts all the time, but just even considering that as a possibility. Yeah, I mean, I don't, yeah. See, so on this Kokoro matchup, not completely outclassed. I totally get you on the not liking memorization. I myself kind of surprised myself with how I'm okay with it, but I'm just trying to ride that momentum. Like, I could spend forever trying to memorize frame data, but I think Dead or Alive just feels so fluid. The way that I always describe Dead or Alive is like a better feeling Virtua Fighter. And it sucks that Dead or Alive, the franchise, has so much of a stigma, because I think it's deeper than a lot of people think, but I think it's also way more accessible for newbies and people who want to mash.
Ready to lose? It's so nice to meet you. Get ready, fight!
Okay, gotta switch the screen here. I mean, I know your point was about move memorization with 3D fighters, so it's the same with Tekken, but I think, you know, there's a lot of Tekken sites that list like the 10, 15 go-to moves that you should start off with, and I think it's pretty similar with Dead or Alive as well. And then you slowly tack it on, slowly work on extending those juggles, doing the launchers. Like, I'll be honest, only in these past couple months I've really made heads and tails of the stun system in this. I was like looking back at some of my old replays with like Tina, and it reminded me a lot of like early playing in Tekken, where I just whiff punished, didn't really extend, missed a lot of opportunities for the follow-up. So with Dead or Alive, I get too greedy with wanting to hold those counter holds, because like the punishment in return is so good. But been watching other people's replays more often, and just basically don't be afraid to just hold the block.
Get ready, fight!
I've heard, going back to what you're saying about the less high-octane fighters, I've heard okay things about Battle Fantasia, but man, the art style on that game, I couldn't hang with it. I think for you, you're pretty on board for trying out most things. I think most of the indie fighters that I've checked out were thanks to you name dropping them on my feed. Murphite is the big one that comes to mind. Yeah, so seeing that exchange right there, that reminds me of when I play Anna in Tekken, just not capitalizing on my safe moves, just loving the unsafe attacks way too much. The wind up on that 6 HK, it's super obvious. Okay. Ooh, this is a really short one. Let's check out this Kokoro play. We'll check out the Alpha gameplay, because that was one matchup I didn't know, and they were spamming, and I should have played more lame, but we'll check that out in a second.
Get too worked up. Get ready, fight!
Yeah, too eager to hold.
Get ready, fight!